Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this live streaming of mine once again. And today I'm going to predict about the S&P 500, the US Tech 100, the Nasdaq 100 futures, gold, silver, Bitcoin, crude oil, WTI and natural gas. Yes, I'm going to speak and predict about all these things which I have just told you all. So let me start with S&P 500 first. The markets are gonna remain from flat to slightly negative today. So there is a possibility of S&P 500 closing below a level of 6845. There is a strong possibility of the S&P 500 closing below a level of 6845 on the 23rd of December 2025. My second prediction for today would be that if you want to buy US Tech 100, you can buy it at a level of 25,277 today. Regarding Nasdaq 100 futures, you can buy it at a level of, let me tell you all the level, I've written this level somewhere, let me tell you all. 25,478. 25,478 is the level at which you should buy Nasdaq 100 futures. Yes. Gold and silver, they are ready to fall today. They are ready to fall today. Right now, silver is trading at a level of $69.78. This silver can fall to a level of around $68.60. $68.60. Right now, currently it is trading at $69.76. Gold can fall to a level of 4446 today. I'm talking about today, 23rd of December 2025. Next on my list is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you can buy it at a level of 86,400. Natural gas, it can touch a level of, currently it is trading at $4.12. It can fall to a level of $4.07. That is where you have to buy natural gas. Regarding copper, I am bullish and copper is heading towards $6 in the coming weeks or months. In the coming weeks or months, copper will touch a level of $6. So next on my list would be crude oil WTI. Crude oil WTI is now heading towards $60 again. Yes, it is heading towards $60 again. When it was trading at $60.20, I had predicted in front of y'all that it will touch a level of $55.50. From there, it has started moving upwards and it's gonna touch a level of $60.20 in the coming weeks or days. Yes, possible. So I have given you all my predictions for today regarding all the commodities and the indices. So any questions? So let me take your questions now. Let me answer your questions right now. Sahil ji, silver $50.50, copper 5.22, all predictions are going opposite direction. Please provide some fresh, accurate levels. Sahil ji, you are absolutely right. You've put it very politely, but let me tell you that my predictions are going slightly wrong. And I haven't ever claimed in front of you all that my predictions will be 100% right. But let me tell you, Sahil ji, Mr. Sahil, $59.50 will come on silver in the coming weeks. Yes, maybe in the next 1 month you will see silver at 1 to 2 months. By the end of February, you will see silver touching a level of 59.50. Copper 5.22 is possible. But at the same time, I want to tell you all that I am bullish on copper. Bullish. Bullish is the word which I want to use for copper. It's heading towards $6. Okay, Sahilji, if you get a level of around $66 on silver, you should buy there in the short term. $66. If you get a level of $66, Sahilji, you can buy there. Not before that. You shouldn't even think of buying silver before that. $66 for the short term. And if we want to buy for the long term, I think $59.50 would be a great level to buy. Long term, I mean probably 4 to 5 months. Yes. And S&P 500 is moving towards 7,000. You will see S&P 500 touching a level of 7,000 in the new year. Gold and silver, MCX, I don't speak about MCX on this particular live streaming. Harsh Jainji, sorry about this. Copper, I have already spoken about copper. Adi Rajput, Ji. So that is my prediction regarding all these instruments, all these commodities, all these indices. And I'll meet you in my next video. Or what is the next question from Mr. Alam? CRISPR. Let me just check. CRISPR therapeutics. CRISPR therapeutics. Yes. $32.80. Namaskar. Saurabh-ji, thank you so much. Yeah, I've seen it. $32 and 80 cents is the level at which you should buy. Mr. Alam, $32.80. And it can touch a level of around $111 in the next 5 to 5.5 years. Once it touches a level of 32.80, after that 5.5 years, you will see 110, 120 on this stock. So it can become 4x in 5 years. So that is basically what I wanted to tell you all. So now the thing is that, let me tell you all something about the stock market today in regard to y'all. I met a lady a few months back, and she wanted to consult me, and we were on a video call. She told me that she had received some money. It was around say $50,000 she had received from benefits for retirement, from her benefits. As she had retired, she got $50,000, and she said that she wanted to make some living out of that $50,000 here in India. Yes. She wanted to make a living. She wanted to make a monthly income, she told me. And then she started trading in the stock market. And then she lost around $22,000, around that much. And she called me. And she asked me, what should I do? I said, stop trading. And I told her, if you lose what you've got, going after what you want, then your feast can turn into a disaster. Did you hear what I said? If you lose what you've got, going after what you want, then your feast can turn into a disaster. Not only did she, dwindle her this 50,000, she couldn't make anything out of that 22,000 which she lost in futures and options. And she was crying in front of me, oh my God, what did I do? My savings have just evaporated from my savings account. I told her that don't do anything. Just put it in fixed income, put it in some mutual funds, put it in silver ETF, put it in gold ETF, and you will recover that 22,000 if you want to. So don't make that mistake of earning fast money in the stock market. Don't treat this stock market as a casino, please. My hand-folded request. If you treat this market as a casino, you will lose money. You will deplete your money overnight, and nobody will be there to help you. This is a cruel world. This is a cruel world. You have to take care of your money. Nobody else can take care of your money like you do. So my point is that, so it's gonna get depleted if you don't take care of your money. See, this futures and option business, no, I don't like. I want to be very candid, very honest with y'all. This futures and options business is not for people who want to make millions and billions in the stock market. And this lady, she said, I had taken a few courses. I learned trading while I was attending these courses, and still I lost $22,000. I said, what did you do? How will you recover this money? And then she started crying and told me, please suggest me something to recover my lost money in the stock market. I told her, Just put your money in mutual funds. Just buy some ETFs, gold ETFs, silver ETFs, index ETFs, and just stay invested in the stock market. But don't expect that $28,000 to become $50,000 again in 1 year. Don't expect that. Well, if you are lucky, you can always make that kind of money in the stock market. But if you aren't, you must have a horizon of at least 5 years. At least 5 years. And even if you can double your money in 5 years, I think you'll do pretty well with your capital. Isn't it? Isn't it? Nowhere else in this world would you get such a return where you double your money in 5 years. You won't get that. You won't get it. So stock market is a device of transferring the money from the impatient to the patient. If you are patient, if you have the capital, if you have the tenacity, if you have the persistence, if you have the perseverance, if you have the the mindset. Yes, if you have that mindset, you have to create that mindset that no matter what, I will stay invested in the market. And if you stay invested in the market, if you stay invested in the indices, ETFs of indices, gold, silver, then nobody can stop you from becoming someone who can earn money from the stock market. It is as simple as that. And this stock market is a very, it's a beautiful business to be in. Yes, nobody can, it's a very respectful business. You can do it from the comfort of your home. You can do it from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go anywhere to do any sales. You don't have to spend any money on transportation. You don't have to spend any money on salespeople. You don't have to spend money on taking a license. There are many advantages in this business, provided you have this virtue called patience. As I told you, stock market is a device of transferring the money from the impatient to the patient. So if you have this tenacity in you, this thing called tenacity, you can make money in the stock market. If you have the capital, if you have the patience, if you have the perseverance, if you have the persistence, nobody can stop you from becoming one who can earn money from the stock market. I know several people who are taking care of their family by making investments in the stock market, by earning through the stock market. They don't have any other business. They don't have any other thing. They don't have any other avenue from where they will get money except the stock markets. And yet they are taking care of their family, their personal expenses, their house expenses, their medical expenses, all from the stock market. So stock market, as I told you, is a very respectable business. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to, you don't need to beg in front of anybody to buy your products. You don't have to beg in front of anybody to buy your products. You don't have to beg to sell your products. And once you sell your products, you don't have to ask money from that buyer of yours, because everything here is online. At a click of a button, you see, we are in an era of click and order. Those brick and mortar age has gone. We are in the age of click and order. At a click of a button, you can start your business, your stock market business. So think about this. If you want to live a respectable life, and if you have some sort of money to invest in the stock market, which you don't need for your household expenses, or you don't owe anybody that money, then you can easily invest that money in the stock market and make some decent money, more than the bank interest rates, more than the bank interest rates. Yes, you can do that. So don't be greedy, first of all, in the stock market. Well, if you get a higher return, it's always welcome. But if you don't get impatient. Don't look for instant gratifications. Be ready for delayed gratifications. So this is all I wanted to tell you all today. We'll meet in the next video. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.